Hello and welcome back to Capcom Classics Collection Week. In this installment, the game is Legendary Wings, released by Capcom in 1986. This game was one of the most unique games of its time, supporting both vertical and horizontal scrolling levels in a shoot-'em-up. This was, years before Konami's Life Force / Salamander would try the same thing. This game was later ported to consoles, with the NES port being probably the most famous version. Legendary Wings, the arcade game, is a difficult game, and this version is one of the only games in the collection that does not have a 98 remix version, so you don't get enhanced music here. But that's alright, because the original audio is just fine, It's a challenging game, and I'm not very good at it, but here we go. We're going to do my best. So here we go. We're going to play it in the enhanced mode. So you have two controls. You can shoot, and you can also throw bombs. Like most of the other shooters in the collection, this one allows you to choose to have auto-fire if you so choose, and it makes the game far more manageable, even though this game is still difficult. So it kind of works like, what am I saying? Go into the stage. Kind of works like its own thing. So it's kind of interesting here. Now, it's a side-scrolling shooter. Here you can jump and you can shoot. It's a very simplistic side-scrolling shooter, obviously, because, it's for the arcades, and it's not like, it's really meant to be a platforming game. It's just kind of thrown in just to be different. Lots of the same two enemies here. I also love the concept. I'm apparently Ares, but I'm packing heat. So what's interesting about Legendary Wings is you can actually choose your path and how to proceed through the game. The game is not entirely linear, which again, is very different for arcade games, especially of the time. The one problem I have with the game is that your character is kind of slow. Getting out of the enemy's path is actually a little bit challenging. Like, I feel like I should have been able to dodge that, but the response of the controls just is not fast enough. Alright. No, I'm not even going to care about what I put in right now, so I'm just going to continue on anyway. Nice little in-joke for Konami's password system there, or Capcom's, I'm sorry, what was I saying? Konami's high score system there, where the names of all, like, the people who have put in high score are the names of other Capcom arcade games. Like 1942 and Trojan and games like that. Alright. I picked up a power-up, so I'm not as useless as I was before. Alright. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Now, what kind of makes this a little bit awkward to play is that your default controls, you can of course change the controls to be whatever you want at any time you want, but the default controls, controller setup, is the A button to shoot and the X and B buttons, or the A button to shoot and the X and B buttons to jump. So it's kind of backwards to what works well for a platformer, but it doesn't really matter because this game is, this section here is, got so basic to begin with that you only want to jump when, you absolutely need to jump. Any other time, it's, you just deal with the default. I never remember playing Legendary Wings in arcades. Maybe it was around, but I certainly never played it, or maybe I don't really have any memories of playing it. Yeah, I played the NES game, and the NES game is alright. It's one of those 87 games that, kind of doesn't really stand out that much compared to, other games that came out in 87. Even other Capcom games that came out in 87, like Mega Man. So here we go, I can choose... Well, actually, you know what, I don't think I can. Maybe not. Maybe it's the NES version where you can infinitely choose, like, different wrong paths. So you can end up, like, repeating the same level over and over. Alright, power up. Thank you. But again, I got this problem where I'm too slow. The slowdown here is the game itself, not the emulation. Darn it. Darn it. So the idea with these things is not to shoot them. Wrong way. Alright, I'm going to continue one more time. So again, these will be other Capcom games besides my names. Look at that. Somebody named Section Z. You know, if I had played this game back in the day, I probably wouldn't have been doing any better than what I'm doing now. You know, even when I was, you know, in my prime playing these kind of games. I've kind of never been any good at this kind of game, but, you know, whatever. It's fun, so who cares? There's my upgrade. Upgrade. Ah, died. Lost the upgrade. That's exactly what happens every time. You move kind of really slow in the arcade original. In these, and you know, that's a problem that you know, it plagues this game. That the game is got this really slow movement speed, and you know, you gotta jump everywhere, and you know, even if you do that, ducking doesn't really help you much. You know, this is an alright game, but it's definitely not one of the highlights of the collection. Legendary Wings is kind of like, yeah, it's Legendary Wings. You know, it's just like the NES port. The NES port is like, yeah, I own it in my collection. It's not a game that I play very often, and it's not a game I want to play very often. It's just kind of there. So you can't go down, right? No, you can't. That's strictly the NES version I'm thinking of then. I'm not really sure what the power-ups do, because you pick them up and they don't seem to give you anything, really. The game is very similar to Xevious, I'll say that. Not that I particularly care for Xevious either, it's just that the game sure reminds me of that. Ah, I died. Oh, you can get stuck behind those golden things. Well, thanks. Alright, well, that's about it for this video, so thanks for watching, guys. There'll be another video up really soon, so until then, stay tuned, guys. If you have any questions about this game, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to hit the like button, because hitting the like button helps support my channel, and lets me know that you guys want to see more videos like this. So stay tuned. In just a couple hours, well, there's going to be another video in the Capcom Classics Collection week as it continues to wind down. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.